How many of you guys out there, your wives or girlfriends are going, you bought more XRP? You bought more XRP? And look, there's a bird on the couch. There's either the dad or the uncle or somebody sitting there just laughing his ass. And I think it's hilarious. Many of you out there going, man, my wife don't know I have XRP. My girlfriend don't know. I've been buying the dips. And when they find out, man, you just get ready to explain yourself. Why did you spend that $100 we were going to have for groceries on or for, her makeup or her pedicure or whatever on XRP? She's going to give you some shit about it. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday morning. With all the craziness going on around the world, the markets are down, crypto's down, stocks are down, all the above. And, the regulators around the world are trying to figure out what to do, and we're trying to educate them. Bless their hearts, bless the bank's hearts for bitching about stablecoin yield, and we're going to show you something on that. We're just going to have fun. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you a couple of video clips, some fantastic, amazing video clips that I created yesterday, and we're going to get after it, and I want to make it short and sweet because it's Sunday. And I'm going to get out and touch the grass. One of my friends are coming over, and we're going to ride the Polaris. We're going to just have a good time and just go riding around for a little bit. So let's go ahead. Today's episode is sponsored by iTrustCapital, and these are the highlights of iTrustCapital. It's quick and easy to set up. It's free to set up. There are no monthly or annual fees. There is only a 1% cryptocurrency transaction fee, whether you buy or sell. That's the cheapest on the market. There's a gold transaction fee of $125, a silver transaction fee of $8, and they are 100% secure because they use Fidelity digital assets. They use Wells Fargo. They use Fireblocks. They use Coinbase Prime, and all of these are institutional grade custody, people. iTrustCapital does not hold your crypto. They are held by these institutional grade custody organizations. Everything you have is secure, people. Check out the link below. Sign up for free. Roll over old 401ks. Turn them into a traditional crypto IRA. Make a ton of money. Tax advantages with Roth IRAs. Keep your crypto safe in a premium custody account. I do all of the above. And tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. Now, coming up in a little over a month is going to be XRP Las Vegas. I'm not affiliated with XRP Las Vegas. I am a member of the XRP Army, the XRP community. I had the opportunity to go last year to meet so many amazing individuals from around the world that are just trying to take care of their families. And these are some highlights from the last couple of years. And I was there last year in Las Vegas, and it was just an amazing time to be there and see everybody and just, have a drink with many of them and just talk about life and talk about families. That's what it's all about. We get so uptight and we get so entangled in our daily lives and work and investments, and we worry if our investments are going to do the right thing. Well, when you go to events like this, it gives you a better understanding that you're not the only one trying to take care of your family. There are thousands, if not millions of people out there doing the same thing that we're doing, just trying to take care of their families. So yeah, check out XRP Las Vegas. It's xrplasvegas.com. It's going to take place on April the 30th and May the 1st, which is 38 days away. I will be there. Get your tickets, baby. All right. Total crypto market. We are definitely down. We're down 2.5% on the 24 at 2.43 trillion. Bitcoin is down to 68,000. Ethereum is right at 2,000. XRP is below 140. We're at 139. But you know what? Don't freak out, people. Take a deep breath. I've been on this journey for 9 years. I've been through the thick and thin. I've been through the lawsuit. I've been through the SEC fight with ETHgate. And I've been sitting on 18-cent XRP. I've been sitting on 40 to 50-cent XRP for years. And why did I sit on it for years? Because for one thing, it was locked up for years. I couldn't touch it. And for the other thing, I had total faith in the system. I knew that this technology was going to thrive and it was going to benefit millions, if not billions of people around the world. Having faith in your investments, knowing exactly what you have invested in, is going to train you to be patient. I'm not a day trader. I'm a long-term hodler. And when you can hold and hold and hold, and you're not depending on that crypto or that value that you're holding to pay for your bills, to pay for your lifestyle or whatever, you're going to be okay. Because this digital revolution, this digital age is growing, and the snowball effect is starting to kick in gradually, more frequently. So let's go here. I want to show you some graphics here. I was playing around with AI yesterday, and I tell you what, artificial intelligence, Super Grok is incredible because I show the Phoenix here, dropping the $100 bill, grabbing the XRP token, which is the future. And right here, the Phoenix has the XRP token, the XRP, you know, the changing of the guards, the switching of the guards, going from the paper days to the digital age. And that's where we are today. And I have a couple of video clips that I want to show you here. And Super Grok is just amazing. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and they're only 10-second clips. So I want you to see some of the incredible graphics that AI can generate for you here. Check it out. And the $100 bill just falls, and boom, and the Phoenix takes off with the XRP. And John Smith got this out there. Check this out. I actually have a painting of this on my wall in my house. This was an article that came out in The Economist back in 1988 or 1989 saying, get ready for a world currency. And yeah, like the money's burning, the token's being held, and this looks like the stellar symbol, kind of, sort of. Yeah. And then here's Trump with the Phoenix. And then here is the train has already left the station. And then it's time to flip that switch, people. I appreciate that, John Smith. I know who you are. I know exactly who you are, and I do appreciate you. Here's the next graphic. I took the photo, and I made a graphic out of it with AI. Check it out. And I think it's amazing what AI could do, because this video clip, this 10-second clip, was generated in about 2.5 minutes. And I have one more final one for you here that I wanted to show you. And I'm kind of putting it together as like a series, you know, like money's dead, here comes crypto, here's the Phoenix is rising. Check this one out right here. And there was a little glitch in the graphics, but I think it's pretty cool. Watch. I mean, it's just amazing, people. I guess you can call me a tech junkie. I've always been looking for opportunities to create AI video clips of my thoughts. I've always wanted to create YouTube thumbnails just based off of my thoughts at that particular time. And now AI is giving me that opportunity to create some really amazing things. If you haven't checked out Grok on X, check it out. If you have a Premium Plus account, you'll get Super Grok. You can see here on the left, and it is just amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into more news. BSC News has 1.3 million followers on X. Survey: 72% of finance leaders say digital assets are now essential to stay competitive. A new Ripple survey of over 1,000 global financial executives found that nearly 3/4 view digital asset solutions as table stakes, baby. Stablecoins drew the strongest interest, with 74% of respondents saying they can improve cash flow and free up idle capital. Fintechs are building in-house while corporates lean on outside providers. Banks and asset managers are looking for experienced partners to guide both strategy and technology. And the question I have, who's going to train the banks in the United States? Who's going to train the CPAs in the United States? Are they going to have a class that maybe some of us can take to train the banks? You know, to go out and visit all the financial institutions and say, look, this is blockchain. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is what you need to look out for. Or maybe the CPAs that are scratching their head like this year because they don't even know what a 1099 DA is. It's a form for the IRS from the cryptocurrency exchanges 1099 digital assets that show your totals and everything. But I'm not going to get into that right now. So the question is, who is going to train the banks and who's going to train the financial advisors and who's going to train the CPAs and get them on board? Because next year, after this year, next year, there's all the CPAs are going to have to know what crypto is because everybody's getting into it. I've been in it 9 years. I've done my own taxes for the past 2 years because the CPAs don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I'm sorry to say that. They do not know what the fuck they're doing. I've had friends of mine call me while they were at their CPAs going, well, my CPA is trying to figure out what this 1099 DA is. James, can you give him some assistance? Well, bless their heart. They better learn this year because next year somebody's going to find another CPA. But anyway, check this out. Solana posted, we hear XRP is nice this time of year. And BitTrue, the exchange, reposted, XRP is nice this time of year, and XRP is also nice all year. And Joel Katz reposted Walter saying, you goddamn right. Way to go, David Schwartz. Way to go. Okay, here we go. Diana. I'm always posting Diana stuff because I tell you what, she is on top of it. She is getting the bits and pieces of things that you need to see out there. And right here on Mornings with Maria, she interviews Barclays CEO, and I cannot pronounce his name, but he's saying that major banks cannot afford to ignore where finance is heading next. And they're talking about stablecoins. And have a listen to this 1 minute and 18-second clip, people.
We've been having this discussion about, the Clarity Act and the Genius Act and why the Clarity Act is getting held up in the Senate right now, and whether or not crypto platforms should be able to pay customers rewards if they take their money out of traditional banks and put them in crypto platforms. How are you fending off these fintech competitors right now? And what is your take on the future of crypto in that regard?
One of the things, Maria, we've been speaking about today at our earnings and with analysts is how much we're investing in technology. So when we think about fintechs, they've made the user experience really good. They've taken pain points out, and they help people move money, and especially in payments, pay people. And of course, now it's broadening into digital assets, including crypto and stablecoin. Banks have to get the same kind of investments in technology to make it easy for their customers and to make it easy for them to interact with us. Our US consumer bank is almost virtually digital. We don't have a single bank branch. And we serve customers on deposits, on their credit cards, and then soon on direct loans digitally. And when it comes to crypto, stablecoin are all important part of the new digital asset platform. And I think it's important both for banks and for the fintech companies to work together in a proper regulated way to make sure that the consumers get the best out of these assets, but to get it safely.
Okay, so Barclays, this guy is recommending that the banks pretty much go with the flow, that they accept that this is happening no matter what, even though they're complaining, So right here, BSCN again posts Clarity Act gets breakthrough as senators reach deal on stablecoin yield. Senators Tom Tillis and Angela Alsobrooks have reportedly agreed in principle on stablecoin yield language, removing the main obstacle that has frozen the Clarity Act since January. A Senate Banking Committee hearing is expected in late April. Citi, JP Morgan, and Grayscale have all flagged the bill's progress as a direct catalyst for Bitcoin institutional demand. Citi's bull case sits at $165,000 Bitcoin if regulatory clarity materializes. Wow, 160. Okay, what was that, a 2 or 3x on Bitcoin? If XRP is $1.39, what is a 2 or 3 or 10 or 1,000x on XRP versus Bitcoin? Have you done the math lately? You could buy one Bitcoin for, I don't know, how much is it now? Versus how many XRP for the same price? Not financial advice. I'm just telling you a few things. Utility wins. So the banks are complaining about stablecoin yield. And I stated here, and I said, and the bastards, the banks, are complaining about stablecoin yield. And I found this order. It's called Float Capture, How Banks Make Money on Settlement Days. Listen to this scenario here, and it'll piss you off just as much as it did me. And I'm going to leave the link to everything we cover in the description of this video so you can click on it, break it down. This is a nice Substack here. It's broken down in detail. Listen to this. But here's what you don't see. For roughly 48 hours, your $5,000 didn't belong to you and didn't belong to your landlord. It sat in the bank's Federal Reserve account, quietly earning interest at the federal funds rate. At today's rate of around 5%, that's about 68% of pure profit from your bank. Multiply across millions of transactions, and you're looking at billions in annual revenue that most consumers never notice. People, here is the article, and it came out October of 2025 by Ben Weiss. I want to give hats off to Ben for writing this article because it talks about floats. It talks about where the floats come from, how the banks are making hidden money off of your money on the weekends, premium. It talks about how checking account yield is not really yield. I mean, you're not really making money off of your checking. You know, it's a massive a long article here that goes in and kind of breaks everything down. Why free checking isn't free. You know, they give you all these perks and they say, okay, but you know, in the background, they're fucking you because they're giving you a 0.101% interest or a 0.025 or 0.25 interest on your savings. And they're taking your money and they're lending your money out and they're lending their money out. And it's just an ongoing vicious cycle that is making the banks money. And the banks have always made money and the banks are always going to continue to make money. That's just the way they are. If you need money and you're in a bind, you're going to pay high interest no matter what. You're not going to bitch about it because that's all the bank can give you. An 18% interest on a credit card or maybe a 6 or 8% car loan, and you have a perfect credit rating. But the banks don't give a damn. You need it bad. So the banks are providing at higher rates because they can, because they are holding you to the fire, people. But anyway, don't get me fired up. I'm already on about my third cup of coffee, and I feel good, and it's Sunday, and I'm going to be nice. I'm going to get out and touch the grass, ride the players today, go have a good time, go maybe riding down some back roads I haven't been on yet, and just have fun. That's what it's all about, people. And be patient because the market is down, but there's always recovery time. It's going to recover. And if you have the opportunity, if you have idle cash laying around, not financial, I have to say not financial advice. I think it's bullshit. But anyway, it's life-changing advice. So if you have idle cash laying around, not doing anything for you, look at some of these utility tokens. Look at some of these cryptocurrencies that are changing the world. And study the ecosystem, study the white paper, study why they were created to be a better Bitcoin or what the problem was and what the solution was in the white paper to solve the problems of the world today. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, The James Rule Crypto Show. Like my videos, share them with your friends and family, watch them again. Try to get that algorithm up. Every time you like one of my videos, it increases the algorithm and more people are able to see my content. So have a good one. Have a great Sunday. Let's have a kick-ass week. And don't forget, people, I told you so.